pastor here at Asbury United Methodist Church.
Matt had been with us only a short amount of time, and from time to time I would notice these wads of cash in the middle of the week in our offering plates, and people often do that during the week. They'll drop off a gift, or they'll come to the church and they'll place something in the offering plate. Or frankly, when people send their tithes and offerings through the mail, I will place them in the offering plate and often add a prayer with that request. But from time to time, I would see these wads of cash and $20 bills, and I had no idea where they were coming from. I found out that it was Matt's tithe when he was first coming here. And he was a half-time youth pastor, and I was very touched with your giving. It impacted me. At that time, you were not at the King's Christian School. This was your major employment. It was half-time,
yeah.
And yet you were taking 10% off the top of that and placing in the offering plate. And that really touched me. Tell us about what you think about giving and tithing and your history and anything you'd like to share with us about tithing.
Yeah, so giving and tithing is something that God has blessed us with. So my parents tithed when I was a kid, when we went to church. They still tithe, they still give. And so it's something that I kind of learned a little bit how to do over the years.
Matt, what exactly is a tithe?
Tithing is normally giving 10% of your income to the local church gathering that you meet at.
Okay. Tell us about your relationship with tithing and your journey of giving.
Yeah, so it fluctuates. I don't tithe perfectly, but I started in college, especially when I was interning. I made about $50 a week because housing and meals are provided, and so really the $50 that we gave was more like a stipend that would help fuel our cars, just put gas in the tank, and then anything else after that was left over for pizza or just hanging out with the guys or whatever. So I would try and give $5 a week because that was my tithe. And even though it wasn't a lot, God doesn't need my wealth. He gave that to me, and so I'm honoring the Lord in that giving. And so even nowadays, I still try to tithe and give that true 10%. Some weeks are a hit, some weeks are a miss, and grace abounds. Sometimes people have the misconception that because I don't make a lot, therefore I don't tithe. Or some people tend to go the opposite route and think that it all depends on them, when in reality, even the little bit, when each person gives a little bit, even if it's not a full tithe, a full 10%, even when each person gives the little bit that they can, it all contributes to an incredible amount. So especially when people can give a true tithing of 10%, that adds up into an incredible amount that we never thought was imaginable if we either didn't give in the first place or thought it all depended on my own shoulders and therefore I just can't give that.